Today we are going to discuss about this chapter, plant growth and development. So at first we have to learn what is growth and what is development. Right now. So basically development is the sum of growth and differentiation. Means development is equal to growth plus differentiation. You can say that. So so the process of growth, the, the process of this growth, basically it is a complex process. No? So this process starts from seed germination. Then you can ask me that when does a seed germinate? So a seed germinates when it when it exposed when it is exposed to a favorable condition. Favorable condition means favorable conditions like the seed germinates when the favorable conditions for growth exist in the environment. Favorable conditions means favorable conditions. What are the favorable conditions? It can be temperature, it can be water, it can be O2, like this. So, so then what is growth then? Growth is basically the fundamental and conspicuous characteristic of living. Means it's the fundamental characteristic. All the living being shows this character. Okay, fundamental. So basically, growth is an irreversible process. Irreversible. It cannot be reversed. And as it is, because we can by seeing this external, mm, by seeing externally, because growth can be defined as an irreversible permanent increase in size of an organ or a part of the plant or a cell or even an individual cell can grow. Okay, so to increase in size, what does the plant need? It definitely needs energy. Then, so it occur at the expense of energy. And we can also say that growth is accompanied by metabolic processes like anabolic and catabolic. Anabolic means small you know, constituents unitedly form a large one. And catabolic is anabolic. And catabolic means large constituent break into small. Anabolic means you can say photosynthesis, and catabolic respiration. So expansion of leaf is a growth. And there is also a line which says plant growth basically is indeterminate. It means plant grows throughout its lifetime. Why? That's why it is unique. Because in humans like us, we are growing for a certain period of time, like 18 years. Huh. So until the epiphyseal plates are uh, fused, until that time, we are growing. So, but the plant growth is unique. Why? Because the plant retain the capacity of unlimited growth throughout the life. Why? Because they have certain stems at certain locations. Means certain locations means there are three locations. One is root apical meristems, One is root apical meristems. Root apical meristems cause what? Growth of root, growth of root. If it is a plant, root apical meristem cause this type of growth. Root apical meristem. Root apical meristem cause growth. And another is this two type of meristem, root apical meristem and shoot apical meristem. This primary growth along the axis, and also there are lateral meristems. The lateral, this is the lateral meristem or vascular ganglion or ganglion. This help in increasing the growth of an organ. That's why it is known as secondary growth. Because this type of meristems can be appear later in life. That's why it is secondary. So primary growth is caused by root apical meristem and shoot apical meristem, and secondary growth is caused by lateral meristem, vascular ganglion, lateral meristem plus core ganglion. Then how can we measure growth? Measure growth means plant is growing how much amount of growth does the growth occur? Means if a if a cell grows, means increase in protoplasm. Na? First, initially the cell was like this. After though the cell was like this, so increase protoplasm, increasing amount of protoplasm at the cellular level. So variety of parameters like mm, increase in place weight, dry weight, length, area, volume, cell number. There are two important points to remember in this topic. One is it can come as just direct single line, direct from the NCERT. This one single maze root apical waste can give rise to more than 17,500 new cells per hour. These are important. One single maze root apical waste 17,500, and a single watermelon cell can increase up to this 3,50,000 times. So in this, the growth is by increasing number, and this is by increasing size. Increasing cell number, increasing cell size. Also, the growth in pollen tube is by increasing length, and the dorsiventral leaf, growth in dorsiventral leaf is denoted by increasing surface area. These are all MCQ. What are the different phases of growth? There are three phases. Mainly, there are three phases of growth. One is meristematic, elongation, and meristemasis. Meristematic phase means the cells which are in this root apical meristem, shoot apical meristem, and root apical meristem. The cells which are situated in this region are shows this type of cells. So meristematic growth. The constantly dividing cells means at root apex or shoot apex, this represent meristematic phase of growth. In meristematic phase of growth means rapidly dividing cells. So rapidly dividing cells will be reaching protoplasm now, and reaching protoplasm, and this is the important large conspicuous nuclei reaching protoplasm and large conspicuous nuclei. just proximal to these cells are the elongation phase. Elongation phase, this point is important. Increased speculation. Cell enlargement, cell enlargement are the characteristics of this elongation phase. Further away from the apex, the basal maturation means the cells, mm, the cells become mature in this phase. So, if the cells become mature, if the cell starts to mature, means they have maximum size, na? Maximum size. And also cell wall are thick. There are some probability modifications are there. Now come to growth rates. Only rate, anything which insert rate. Rate means something per unit time. Something this growth. So increased growth for anything or the increasing growth for unit time is known as growth rate. So growth rate means increasing growth per unit time. It's as simple as that. There are two types of growth rates. In mathematics, you can see there are two types of progression, arithmetic progression and geometric progression, like this in growth rates. In growth rates also there are two kinds of growth rates, arithmetic and geometric. Repeat, it is arithmetic growth rate, this geometric growth rate. In arithmetic growth rate, it is given every division is quadratic division. So one cells become mature and another cells is divided. Another cell is dividing into two cells. So 2 to 3, this cells remain mature, this, this also, then from this to this, this to this to this, from this, then this cell is divided into 1 and 2, then this one is divided into 1 and 2, this remains as it is, as it is. So it is arithmetic, means 1 to 2 to 3 to 4, and geometric means so 2 to 4, 4 to 8 to 16, like into 2 into 2 into 2, geometric progression. So in division, in the process of division of zygote, there are this both arithmetic and geometric progression, like, geometric growth rates are there. First, it divides as geometric progression or geometric phase 2 to 4, 4 to 8, and then arithmetic phase. Okay. So here the important point is during the embryo development, both arithmetic and geometric growths are seen. Okay. Embryo development, both arithmetic growth rate and geometric. So what is arithmetic growth rate? If we plot arithmetic growth rate, first, what is arithmetic growth rate? Arithmetic growth rate means after one magnetic cell division, first one cell magnetic division. After this magnetic division, only one daughter cell continues to divide into two. But this remain as it is. So 1 to 2 to 3. After this, these two remain as it is. It is divided into 4. Okay. Only one daughter cell continues to divide while the other differentiates and matches. So simply check. So what is the example? Example is root elongation. Just remember the example and this mathematical equation. Mathematical equation Even see here at t equals to 0, number of cells is 1, then 1 plus 1, then 1 plus 2 into 1 plus 1, like this now, like this only. Means, so LP is equal to N naught plus R2. So when t equals to 0, LT equals to N naught. Means, what is LT? LT is the length at time 2. L naught is the length at time 0. And R, this is important, both rate or given this information time. So if we plot all the points in this curve, we get a linear type of curve. Because this is the equation. This is the so this is the equation of a linear of a straight line. Now, at t equals to 0, this is L naught. In another geometric growth shows three phases. One is lag or slow geometric growth rate. One is log by exponential. One is stationary. Stationary. You can say stationary. In this lag or slow phase, means there is no such growth. There is no such growth. So the curve is like this. In this log or exponential phase, rapid growth occurs. Rapid growth occurs. Rapid. Okay? Rapidly increases. Means exponential rate. But in the environment, in the natural environment, the nutrient is limited now. So nothing will grow for unlimited period. Because as the nutrient is limited, nothing will grow. Nothing will grow for unlimited time. Okay. So when the nutrient will the amount of nutrient will also decrease as the growth is occurring in exponential way. The amount of nutrient is also decrease now. After a certain time, the nutrient will zero. So at that time, growth halts or growth stops. This is the stationary phase. So nutrient supply goes down into stationary phase. So this type of growth curve is typically is curve or is also known as CP. Okay. Example, in all natural environments. Okay. How to say equation of this type of curve or growth? W1 is equal to W0 into e to the power RT. W1 is the final size. Final size at time at t equals to 0, W0, R equals to growth rate, t equals to time. Like no, like normal. R is the relative growth rate. What is relative? What is absolute? We will know about this later. So W1 is depends on W0. No? If at t equals to 0, W1 at first W1 is initial size is 2, but at, but in another case initial size is 4. W1 will differ now. The value of W1 will differ. That's why W1 depends on initial size. So what is absolute growth rate or what is relative growth? Absolute growth rate means growth for any time. Means 5 centimeter, then after a certain 10 centimeter. What is the growth? 5 centimeters per time, 5 minutes. assume 5 minutes. So 5 minutes. 1. And in this case, 50 to 50, the absolute is 5 by 5. 1 is equal to square per minute. But what is relative? Relative means you have to compare with something. Relative means absolute divided by initial growth or initial size. So in this case, absolute is 1, initial is 5. In this case, absolute is 1, initial is 50. So relative growth. So in both picture X and picture Y, absolute growth rate same 1 1, but relative is but relative growth rate in case of X is more that than that of Y, because the initial size is more in Y now. That's it. What are the different conditions for growth? Different conditions we discussed it earlier. Different conditions like water, oxygen, nutrients. That's all. What is differentiation? De-differentiation or re-differentiation? Just see differentiation, de-differentiation, and re-differentiation. Means the cells which are derived from this root apical or shoot apical meristance or cambium lost their dividing power and differentiate and mature to perform specific functions. This is called differentiation. Means the cells which are derived from this root apical and shoot apical meristance or cambium or lateral meristance, the cells lost their functions of division or dividing capacity. They differentiate and they mature to perform specific functions. Specific functions means mm, they form different types of tissues. So this act leading to maturation is known as differentiation. But in certain conditions, if the cells which are derived from this meristance, it regain their capacity of dividing, regain. This is termed de-differentiation. Means D. So regain the capacity of division under certain conditions. This phenomenon is known as de-differentiation. Just remember the example, formation of meristance. What is de-differentiation? De-differentiation means de-differentiation means the cells which are derived from under certain conditions, the cells which are derived from this meristance regain the capacity of dividing. So 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 redifferentiation means the products of redifferentiation or the cells which are produced from differentiation again lost their capacity of divide and mature to perform specific function like differentiation only. But the cells are derived from this G difference. This is one of the differences. So, oh, if someone if someone asks you what is G differentiation, you just say the cells which are produced from the differentiation once again lost the capacity of divide and they differentiated and mature to perform specific functions. This process is one of the difference. Okay. What is development? As I said earlier, development is equal to growth. Development means you plant a seed, you germinate, then it produced a seedling, then tree, then subsequently it after the flow of, as the natural flow of time, it will die. It will die now, or it will become exit, or it will senescence. So all the changes or all the events that are occurring in one organism throughout their life cycle. If the organism is a plant, so from its germination to senescence is known as development. So development is the changes or events that are occurring in organisms throughout its life cycle. Means germination. Just to see this diagram, mitotic cells. Mitotic cells will divide, then differentiation, then mature cell, then senescence. Mitotic cells divide, then plasmatic growth. This type of cells also divide from plasmatic cells because plant growths are intertwined now. Plant grows throughout because plant grows throughout its lifetime. What is plasticity? There is an important what is plasticity. Plasticity is nothing. Means if you in different condition, in different environmental condition, or in environmental stresses or environmental condition, plants follow different paths. So in different environmental conditions, to stand this environmental condition, plant has to form different types of structures, different specific structures. So it will follow different paths. This ability is called plasticity. One important example is hydroponics. You can read this on your own. This is important actually. Yeah. And also remember this picture how in juvenile phase the lake looks like this, in adult the lake looks like this. In terrestrial habitat the lake looks like this, water. So there should be some factors which affect this growth or development now. So development of in plants is under control of defined intrinsic or extrinsic. Intrinsic means the cells, some factors will act inside the cell means genetic or intracellular or outside the cell means intercellular. These intercellulars are plant growth regulators. And extrinsic means it can be temperature, it can be oxygen, it can be light, different. Nutrition, different. Then plant growth regulators. Plant growth regulators means intercellular, intrinsic. Just remember five important types of plant growth regulators. Five. One is oxygen, one is citric acid, hydrogen, cyclin, dopamine, insulin, oxygen. This five. Okay. Based on their functions, these five types of plant growth regulators can be broadly divided into two groups. One group involved in growth promoting activities like cell division, cell enlargement, like this, mainly this, or giving. Another group inhibits the cell growth, inhibits the cell growth. Another group, growth inhibiting activities, dormancy. Okay, so the discovery of plant growth regulators means how we came to know that these are the plant growth regulators. This can help the plants. How can we come to know? Means what is the discovery? First, this is the discovery of this light. This is a plant. This is the volatile of canary grass. This is the light. So it will go like this. If we cut the tip, no growth. If we cover the tip with impermeable substances, no growth. Okay? But if you cover the tip in which light can penetrate, growth. Also, this is the coleptile tip now. First we cut this tip, then place it into agar. The substances that present in this tip will diffuse into the agar. Then put the agar into this one. Okay, this glucose. This agar contains the substance of chemical which is produced in which is present in the tip and which is responsible for its bending. If if we if we put the light, it will show bending. Another one experiment is there. We just place the tip onto agar, then this is the impermeable substance. Okay. Then with light source, this is the two source, this is the two agar, put this into one this force. This will bend, no bend. By this type of experiment, we came to a conclusion that this oxygen first is diffusible because it diffuses into the agar, or it goes away from the plant, from the light source. Because if this is the light, so this portion is growing more than this portion. No? So this portion is having more oxygen than this portion. So oxygens are means they are going away from the light source. This property of this coleptile of the canary grass. This property means the property of the uh, plant to grow towards the light source is called phototropism. There are another type. There are also geotropism, thermotropism. We will read it in different in another chapter. What is the important message here? There's one. This can be asked as a MCQ. Charles Darwin and his son Francis Darwin. They observed the coleptile of canary grass and oxygen was isolated by everyone. Then the canary, which is a disease of rice seedlings caused by Gibberella fujikuri. If we then inject the extract of this fungal into a rice seedling, the rice seedling will show the same disease. So this is the story of Gibberella acid. Then another one is kinetin. Okay. Kinetin it helps in cytokinesis. Okay. The next one is oxalic acid. It has three types. The oxidation, the dormant. This can also act as a MCQ. Then next one is ethylene. It is a gaseous PGR. It is important. It released from ripened oranges. It sustains the ripening of unripe bananas. Then there are these indole acetic acid or indole butyric acid are the naturally occurring oxidants, and this naphthalene acetic acid and 2,4-D means 2,4-dichlorophenoxy acid are synthetic agents. Oxidants mainly help in food root growth. Okay. Also promote flowering. There is one important term, apical dominance. Means if this is uh, I'm not good at drawings, so please excuse me. This is the apical bud. This apical bud will produce oxygen. So this oxygen will cause the growth of this rat seedling along the axis, means along this longitudinal axis. So this lateral growth will inhibit by this oxygen. This lateral bud will not produce the branches. This is called apical dominance. Means this apical growth is dominant over this lateral growth by the effect of oxygen. So if we decapitate this apical bud, there is no oxygen. So here there comes the role of cytokinins. This will cause more growth of this lateral bud. So the lateral bud will produce lateral branches, which will grow like this. So that's why it is decapitation is used in tea plantation or hedge making. Okay. Also is induced parthenography. Parthenography means producing fruit without fertilization of ovules. So ovules are not fertilized means no seed. So fertilized fruit. Also, 2,4-D are used as herbicides. Also, oxygen can control xylem differentiation and cell differentiation. It is the important point. This 2,4-D kills, this is specific, kills, it kills dicotyledonous weeds. Does not affect mature monocotyledonous plant. Okay. Then the gibberellin. There are more than 100 types of gibberellin are there. There are G1 to G3, there are so on. G3 is the first one to be discovered. All are acidic. First, increase, it causes increase in length. So it is used to increase the length of grape stalks. Also, to increase the internodal length. Means this is made, this is made. Increase this. That's why it is used in sugar. Okay. Also, delay senescence. It causes fruits like apple to elongate and improve its size. So, uh, so it delays senescence. So that's why the fruits can lay on the tree for longer time and so as to extend the market period. Also, like sugarcane, I just told. Now, remember this increase the yield by as much 20 tons per acre. This liberally extends the maturity period, early seed production. Also promotes bolting. Bolting means internodal elongation. Internodal elongation. Then gate deposition means okay. Cytokinins. One point, important point. Cytokinesis. Other equal. There is not kinetin does not occur naturally. Cytokinin-like activities is present in zeatin, present in corn kernels of coconut milk. First cytokinin which was discovered is kinetic. Then it helps in overcome apical dominance. Ethylene is a gaseous PGR. Okay, it main point that distance the wrapping of other food. Okay, one compound is there which is ethylene. Source of ethylene is the aqueous solution. Okay. Abscess it inhibits the growth. Abscess means inhibits the growth. Okay. Plant growth inhibitor. So as it inhibits termination, it also stimulates the closure of stomata and increase the tolerance of plants in various countries. So if stimulates the closure of stomata, so no much evaporation is there, no much will occur, na? So less water will go away from the plant in 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 in, in, in certain conditions like in extreme heat. So it stimulates the closure of stomata and also increase the tolerance of plants to various kind of stress. That's why it is known as stress hormone. It is an important question. Which hormone is known as stress hormone? Yeah, associated. Also, seed development and maturation of hormones. As it induces dormancy, it helps the seeds to withstand the desiccation and other factors. Okay? And there are other external factors, extrinsic factors like light temperature. Now, come to the exercise. What is growth? Is all the points, all these questions are discussed earlier in while I was teaching the topic. Now, just note down find where you can find answer. Just what is growth? As I said earlier, it is irreversible permanent increase in one organ or a part of the organ or individual cell. So growth is both catabolic and anabolic by the expenditure of energy. Differentiation means the cells which are produced from root apical and fruit apical and cambium cells lost their capacity of dividing and they differentiate and mature to form to perform a specific function. Specific function. This is important. Okay. This process is known as differences. Development, all the changes that occur, all the changes that occur by all the changes or events that occur in an organism or in an organism throughout its life cycle. Means from its germination to its senescence. Okay. D differences with the cells which are produced from this apical meristems or other type of meristems under certain conditions regain its capacity of dividing. This process is known as differentiation. The cells which are produced from differentiation again lost their ability to divide and mature to perform a specific function. This process is known as redifferentiation. What is determinate growth? Determinate growth means, as we said earlier, growth is indeterminate. Means in plant, growth is indeterminate. No? Indeterminate growth means the ability of the plant to grow throughout its life. Determinate growth means the ability of a cell or tissue or plant to grow for a certain period of time, for a fixed period of time. What is meristem? Meristem is a specific type of tissue which comprises of meristematic cells. Meristematic cells are undimensional cells, and it helps in mainly growth. You can give example like subapical meristem, root apical meristem help in primary growth, and lateral meristem help in secondary growth. So meristem is a plant tissue which contains undifferentiated cells. Means undifferentiated cells means meristetic. Growth rate. Rate means per unit time. So growth, the increase in growth per unit time is not a growth rate. Why is not any one parameter good enough to demonstrate growth throughout the life? So, as we discussed earlier, means why? Um, mm, this. At a cellular level means growth is increasing amount of food flow. So to measure, so to demonstrate growth throughout the life of a flowering plant, you have to measure various parameters like increasing stress, weight, dry weight, length, area, volume, cell number. Only one parameter will not decide the or only one parameter is not enough to demonstrate the growth. No, that's why. Means at cellular level, growth means increasing food production. So to measure or to demonstrate growth, you have to measure the increasing food production. But increasing food production is difficult to measure direct. So we have to measure it indirectly or by different parameters like this. What is arithmetic growth curve? This arithmetic growth, geometric growth. I discussed it earlier, and also you can understand. Nah. What is sigmoid growth curve? Is specific type of growth curve which is shown, which is present in geometric growth. You can say that. And in sigmoid growth curve, um, there are four phases of there. One is lag phase or slow phase, then log phase, exponential phase. The third one is declining, and fourth one is stationary. Okay. What is absolute growth rate, relative growth? Absolute means growth for any time. Relative means absolute growth for initial growth by initial. Okay. Five main groups of nature I just discussed. Write a note on discovery, physiological functions, and agriculture, horticulture applications of anyone. You can discuss it by using principal language. Discovery means is just say it is a in a disease called Pekane, which is a disease of rice seedling caused by Ebola fujikuru. If we this if we inject the filtrate of this fungus into rice seedling, the same symptoms will appear. So now in first one you will write this. In second point you will write gibberellins or gibberellic acids are more than 100. They are they are found from different organisms like fungi, higher plants, denoted as GA1, GA2, GA3, and most commonly, or the first one which was discovered is GA3. Physiological functions. Physiological functions. What is the physiological functions of GA3? Increasing internodal length, increasing length of axis, delay senescence. What is the role in agriculture, horticulture? Agriculture. First point is that is speed up this malting process. In brewing industry means beer industry. Malting process means to produce malt from different types of grains. Okay. First point. Then by increasing internodal length of the sugarcane, it will increase the yield by as much 20 tons. Also, it promotes bolting of in beet, cabbage, and also it hastens the maturity period, so leading to early products. What is the next question? Why is FSC disease known as stress hormone? Stress hormone because when a plant is is in stress or in stressful environment, the FSC acid helps to stand the environment because by closing the stomata, by causing senescence or by causing dormancy because the environment is not suitable favorable for germination. Na? That's why the abscisic acid will cause dormancy. That's why abscisic acid is known as stress hormone. So stress hormone, 3 points are important. First one is this stimulate closure of stomata. First one, in this increased tolerance of plants to various kinds of stress. And the third point is it inducing dormancy helps to states to extend both growth and differences in higher plants are open. Yeah, open now. Open because growth is because of the presence of meristems. So meristems are present in different types, in different locations of a mm, open organisms or open tree. As you can see here, or is this. No, this is because of presence of meristems. And the cells of such meristems, so cells have the capacity to divide and self-perpetuate. So the product lost the capacity to divide and it forms the plant body, and the other cells will remain as it is in the meristem. This will divide further on later on. So this form of growth wherein new cells are always being added to the plant body, it is open form of growth. No. Because not all the cells in the meristems are dividing at the same time. One cell is dividing at suppose today, and the other cells will remain as it is in the meristem. They will divide after 10 days or 20 days after 1 month. So this the process of growth will continue now. This is the open type of means open type of growth. So in every day or so the new cells always being added to the plant body now. The plant body is not completely formed. So new cells are always added to the plant body. That's why the growth is open type. And differentiation is differences among plants are also open because when the cells or tissues arising out of the same meristem have different structures, because you can say that differentiation is also open because from the same meristem, the the cells or tissues which are arise from the same meristem have different functions now. Different functions, so it will go to different locations at different structures and maturity. So the final structure is determined by the location, and location is determined by the function. Okay. What is the next question? Both short day plant means the plant which needs more darkness or the length of the day has to be less than 12 hours so that the plant will produce power. Long day plant means if the length of the day is more than 12 hours, then only the plant this type of plant will produce flower. Okay. Produce flowers simultaneously. Yes, yes, it can. If we if we give suitable photo period, if we give suitable photo period, both short day plant and long day plant can produce flowers simultaneously in a given place. So the production of flower in short day plant and long day plant is depend on the photo period. So if we give sufficient or suitable photo period, both the plants can flower. Okay. Next question. Rooting, oxygen, ripening, ethylene, leaf senescence, senescence, induced senescence, gibberellic sorry, abscisic acid. Growth in axillary buds, bolt, gibberellins, defoliated plant respond to photoperiod. How can it be? No, big no. Because photoperiodism or to perceive or perception of light is done by is done only by the leaves. If we cut the leaves or defoliate the plant, there is no such organ which can perceive the light. So a defoliated plant would not respond to photoperiodic cycle. What would be expected to happen is J3 is applied to rice seed. J3, so it will cause internode elongation, so increase in the height of the rice seed. Dividing cells, stop difference. Differentiation means up. What is the result of difference? The result of differentiation is the formation of different plant parts like stems, roots. So differentiation, different plant parts are produced. Okay. If no differentiation, so no plant parts. Rotten fruits means extremely ripe, so will it produce more ethylene. It speeds up or hastens the ripening. Plus, forget to add cytokine. Cytokine is called cytokinesis. Means cell division. If there is no cell division, there is no growth. If there is no growth, there is no differentiation. If there is no differentiation, there is no development. So cytokinesis. Trick is that cytokines. Everyone knows the trick. If cytokines are not added in oxygen, so the process of cell division will not occur. So growth, differentiation, and ultimately the development will be reduced or will not occur. So it will take much time to grow. Okay, that's all for today.